Hello, my fellow movie fans, and welcome to the new adventures of A Feast of Films Theatre with your hosts, Jesse Prosser, Matthew Ayalew, and Ethan R. Hill. In Technicolor.
I'm up from the table like this. Oh, hi, everybody.
But again, it doesn't work because
Because what?
because they see the yeah.
Well, no, look away. Just
Yes, turn off the video, walk away.
oh yes.
Don't watch us today
Perfect.
because none of us are making sense.
Stop paying attention for a second.
Pretty much.
It's like we're
She
gone
just
for,
Billy goated me.
we're gone for a few
Billy
weeks and we
goated.
just completely lose everything. We're just
Oh yeah.
Couple of
You gotta keep
weirdos.
things in practice, you know.
That's
there's
fine.
there's three of us. There's more than a couple now.
That's
If
it's,
they're
I
not in
mean,
practice,
depends on
then
your
it is
definition of a couple.
questionable.
I'm
at best.
inclusive.
No, okay.
Questionable at best.
Matt,
One must always remain charming.
a couple is two, right?
Technically, yes.
Yes, a couple is two.
Well, that's not very inclusive.
No, that's the definition of a couple. Yeah, no, that's the definition of a couple.
Yeah, but
It is.
we also know we use it in terms of
Maybe
like
it's a baker's couple.
3 or
No,
4.
no, it's never in 3 or 4. It's
What if
only
it's-
in 2.
What if it's a baker's couple?
No, like there's
You know, like a
literally-
baker's dozen, it's more than a dozen. You know, baker's couple, it's more than 2.
I don't think that's how it works.
I'm making it a thing. I'm gonna look.
There is.
I'm gonna Google this. What's a baker's dozen? Because I think it's
A baker's
less.
dozen is 13.
There's like the literal interpretation of couple is obviously 2.
Yes.
But a lot of people say like, hey, me and my couple of buddies, like sometimes they're referencing 3.
Yeah.
Or 4.
Well,
but
it's
that's
like when people are
use
saying
it,
a handful.
People use it in
No, but
reality very
that's-
loosely.
but that's
It's like
improper
driving
English.
rules. Like when you're in driving school, it's like there's very specific rules of the road. Then when you get on the road, everyone's just doing their own thing.
Exactly.
No, Matt,
the hell
that's
is
what I'm
going
talking
on?
about.
No, both of you. No, number one, that's bad English. If people are using
That's bad English.
That's incorrect English. Just like what you
I have
described,
heard far worse English.
Matt.
Yes.
Misuse of saying a couple.
But Matt, what you just described is a felony. You're breaking laws. It's
What?
not. Look, when you go to driver,
I'm not saying
when
people
you
are
go to
running red
driver's
lights.
ed.
I'm saying that people forget how to use 4-way stops correctly.
Yes,
Yep.
that's
I'm
wrong.
saying
That'll
people
get you a
stop
ticket.
And
drive
a couple,
10
sometimes
kilometers
you go
over
to
the
a
speed
four-way
limit,
stop.
and that's the real speed limit. Like
Yes,
that's just what
no,
I'm saying.
those are breaking the laws, and you can get tickets.
Sometimes.
Yes, and when you're using couple to reference 3 or 4, you are breaking the laws of English.
It's
So
true.
it
That's
is
my
actually, in
point. That's
fact,
what I'm
a
saying.
perfect reference.
It's
No,
a,
but
it's
what
a
I'm saying-
solid analogy in my book.
It is. Yep.
Yep.
Look, it's a good analogy, but it's still wrong. It's,
Yeah, no one's arguing the fact that it's technically wrong.
No, you guys are.
I'm just arguing
No,
the
no,
fact
we're-
that
No,
people
he
saying-
is.
give a
He
shit.
is. No, he is arguing that it's not wrong. He's saying that that's what it means.
I am saying like technicality for sure. It's wrong. Technically, it's wrong.
Technically, it's
but
wrong.
I'm also arguing on
But
the other
so
hand,
right.
most people give 0 shits. So
But they should, because again, if I hear,
But
hey, I'm
they
bringing, if I'm hosting a little shindig and people are like, I'm bringing a couple friends over, I'm expecting to see you and 2 other people. I don't want to see 3 or 4 or 9. I want 2 other people.
well,
Yeah,
then
but-
you better start asking.
If
for
you
exact
want
what if I
numbers.
if you
bring-
want to bring over 3
That's what I'm
people,
saying.
you say I'm bringing a few. If you're bringing over 7, you say several.
No.
And then once you get past, then you should start specifying numbers.
What about a handful? I'm saying bring a handful.
A handful,
of
I think,
friends.
covers between 3 to 7.
But like people don't have
handful is
7
3 to
fingers.
7.
No, but I think, but they can, that kind of fits in that gap.
And accordions.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm
Listen,
just saying.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying people don't care, and in that
That's-
fact,
But
I
I've
am
seen,
right.
I've been in situations.
I understand you care. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who do not care about that specific
I understand.
technicality.
I've been
that
in
you-
situations.
That's my point.
I've been in
That's my
situations
point.
with this man here
Oh no.
where he has seen a group of
I would
like,
even argue Prosser doesn't care.
yeah, because he doesn't understand basic English.
me failing English.
So then why
that's
should he care?
impossible.
If he doesn't understand basic English, then he has no reason to
Because
care.
I'm trying to teach him to be a proper gentleman, Matt. I need
That
him.
ship has sailed. Have you seen this guy?
I know. I'm still trying because we need to get into fancy pants parties to pitch our films.
What was
Oh yeah, good point.
what was my freaking my fancy names like
What was it, Reginald Fancy Bottom?
Reginald Fancy Bottom.
Yes.
That's my name is Reginald Fancy Bottom.
All I remember is I was of the Turpentine family.
Yes,
Yes.
of the Chicago Fancy Pantses.
No, of the Liechtenstein Turpentines.
The Liechtenstein Turpentines.
We invented turpentine. We're very wealthy.
Oh, dude, I don't think you could invent turpentine.
If you go back far enough.
Oh boy.
I think you could discover turpentine.
How dare you, sir? Who do you think you are, sir?
He is Reginald Featherbottom.
Fancy Bottom.
Oh, sorry. I knew it had something to do with your bottom and an F word. So I thought that was the most appropriate.
Whoa.
Does it have something to do with your bottom and an F word?
Anyway,
Don't change the
welcome
subject.
to
We
A
want
Feast of
answers.
Films.
It's true. Fancy pants. has to do with
Fancy
your bottom,
pants.
and it
It's
is an
true.
F word.
It does.
So feather bottom. was pretty
Filibuster.
Filibuster.
Filibuster bottom.
Oh,
What are you
I
busting?
guess we
That's
haven't
the
told
problem.
Matt yet. We're gonna start censoring the podcast because it's funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so feel free to say whatever you want, and we'll just bleep it out.
yes.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
we started it at
I got a sound effect for it now. It started off as a joke, and now it's just going to be a thing.
It was funny
Yeah.
because when he was editing last week's, he basically started censoring right at the very beginning, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. We haven't told anyone we're censoring until like the last third,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make sense to censor before then. So like, the first half, he's just dropping F-bomb after F-bomb.
So, like,
Is this
I-
the new episode?
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
no one's had time to watch yet because the turnaround has just been wild.
so if I were to say something like ass clown, or perhaps shitbag,
I mean,
or-
that's up to your discretion if you want to censor it.
or if I was to say filibuster, I could censor that. Nobody would know.
Well, just like fire truck, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Or flat bottom. Yeah.
Say Philip. No, what was that? Flabbergast?
Flabbergast.
Flabbergast?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fruit basket.
Fruit basket.
Yep.
Yep. They have no idea. They have no idea what we said.
Everyone's gonna really just come after us and just yeah.
Yep.
Swearing on the internet, that's crazy.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Nobody ever does that.
No, exactly.
I've never seen anyone swear in the internet ever.
I've never seen anyone swear in real life.
Yeah.
What would be really funny is talking about favorite movie insults on an episode where we start censoring swear words.
Why don't we do that on this one? We don't know what we're talking about today. We're not prepared.
Yeah.
And let's talk about our favorite movie curse words and insults, guys.
How
I
is
am
that?
so prepared right now. I already have my answer already.
You have your answer already?
Oh,
You better have
yes.
several. So like,
Oh,
all right. So I think first things first. We need to discuss the parameters of what exactly. Like, do you guys have favorite G-rated like curses or G-rated like
G-rated curses.
like the bad words that they put in like PG G-rated?
well, I'm a
yes.
PG-13 movies like that replace those expletives that would be in a rated R movie.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm a big fan of doo-doo head.
What movie has anyone said doo-doo head?
I don't know.
I've seen things where people call other people doo-doo heads.
Exactly.
I'm not saying your
I
personal
can't
lives,
specifically
guys.
remember what it is.
Write
though.
down your favorite example of someone saying doo-doo head in the comments.
I'm not saying in your
Yeah.
personal lives. I'm saying in movies.
in movies, yes.
Doo-doo head. I feel like there's a movie though that happens. I just can't remember the movie. Like it's on the top of my. It's like right on the tip of my head.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it, but I can't. It's very fuzzy.
But for the
I need
love
my
of
brain
God.
glasses. That's the problem. I can't see without them. I'm a big fan of biscuits. That's a favorite.
Son of
one.
a biscuit.
Oh, biscuits.
No, not just some biscuit. Like so, like I've talked about on the podcast before. Like my son loves Bluey. It's a great show. It's like
Yeah.
the best kid show for adults ever. Like it's fantastic. Even
big-
if you're an
big,
adult, you'll enjoy it.
Big supporters of Bluey on this channel.
Yeah, you're like huge supporters of Bluey. We love Bluey. Bluey, sponsor us, okay? So anyway, the dad
Then we definitely got to
bandit
censor it.
every time that he does something goes wrong, and where you would normally be like, damn, oh shit, he's like, biscuits, like every time. So now my wife's got me saying that at home, because I do have a tendency to be like, god damn it, stuff like that. So
Wait, but where do you put biscuits?
in everything.
So you say
You put-
in that sentence you say biscuits?
No,
Or,
you
like,
just
would
say
you
like,
put
oh,
God
instead
biscuit?
of
Would
saying
it be
like,
God
God damn it, you
biscuits?
just say like, oh, biscuits.
Oh, so it's oh
biscuits.
biscuits.
Yeah.
Because I was
It's
wondering
like,
if you'd be like,
"Oh,
is it God
biscuits."
biscuits or is it like
Oh, biscuits.
biscuit? Damn it! Like what's the?
No,
No,
my,
it's not biscuit. Biscuit, damn it. Biscuit, damn it. Like,
my
just defeat the
dad-
purpose.
my dad growing up had
You
a...
biscuit fucker.
You biscuit.
Not touching those biscuits.
No,
Just like,
bis-
I think you missed the... She's like, I think you missed the point of that, boy. Like, I think you're missing the idea here.
you
I'm just saying biscuits randomly now.
you biscuit.
But yeah, no, like, so, like, every time I mess up or something, I just gotta be like, biscuits.
That's
And
hilarious.
it
That
works
is-
good because the boy's at that age where he's hearing and repeating a lot, right?
Oh, of course.
So,
He's just on multiplayer.
I'm trying not to. Yeah, I gotta like keep the swears down.
Multiplayer
minimum,
Halo, calling everybody a biscuit.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So now
new-
I'm
new
oh,
biscuit.
biscuits. is
You're a
classic.
biscuit. You're a
love
biscuit.
old biscuits.
Everybody's a
That's
biscuit.
We're all biscuits here. We're all
Biscuits.
biscuits. We're all biscuits.
No, my-
So
that-
yeah, that's what I'm going for.
That reminds me, like growing up, my father had a tendency when he would burp, he would say "bitch" when he burps. So, and eventually, my mother managed to get like out of his vocabulary, and eventually, he just started saying "belch" when he would burp, just like vocalize the sound.
Well, it's like I think in the first couple of years of college, I would sneeze and I don't know what I was saying. I would try and say "achoo,"
Yes.
but eventually that would just turn into "atch." And so if I'm saying "atch" really in a high pitched voice or loudly, I got accused a lot of times of cursing at the teachers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was just me sneezing because I had to sneeze.
You're like, I'm just sneezing. My bad.
No, exactly.
Honestly, I think mine goes to like SpongeBob has some of my best, like my favorite ones, like Barnacle and tartar sauce.
Barnacles.
Oh, tartar sauce.
Yeah, Patrick.
Fish
tartar sauce.
Finland. Like
Man, I haven't watched SpongeBob forever.
You blasted barnacle head.
Blasted is a good
That
one.
was pretty good, actually. That was
Blast. Yep.
a pretty solid impression there.
Thank you. Yes, yes. Come to Papa.
No, I went to college.
I went to college.
Oh, you here's Mr. Krabs. Why'd you go for the laugh? The laugh is the weak. Why'd you start with like SpongeBob?
I was like,
boy?
I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be Popeye. I was like, what's going on here?
If in,
No,
in
honestly.
order to pay for these damages, you two are gonna work for me forever.
Not as solid as the other one, but it's still pretty good.
I think
still pretty good.
I think it's great. Write down in the comments what you think of my Mr. Krabs impression.
It was terrible.
My favorite is
It was
watching.
biscuits.
We've been watching Justice League, the animated series, and of course Clancy Brown voices Lex Luthor on the show. And there's one time when he says something along the lines of "He owes me money," and it sounds like Mr. Krabs. And I couldn't help but laugh my ass off.
That's
Like,
gold.
you can't go wrong. Clancy Brown's a ledge.
No, you can't.
Yeah, man.
Looney Tunes and Flintstones swears are some of my favorite too.
You could say you're despicable.
No, it's the mumbling, the razzle flazzle brigham. It's like they're cursing, but it's just
Yeah, we can't exactly.
You get the idea for sure.
Oh, 100%.
It's well communicated, yes.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Now, what about sci-fi slang?
Sci-fi slang. I always find it funny in shows when, like a lot of science fiction shows do this, where it'll be like they'll swear in another language. Like Firefly does that. I believe they use a lot of like
They use like Mandarin and stuff. Yeah.
Mandarin swears.
But even then, like Battlestar Galactica has their own
Yep.
curse words and stuff like that, and it's like, Star Wars even with Banthapoodoo.
Banthapoodoo.
Honestly, like for me, like sci-fi ones, I don't really like any of them. I always feel like they're forced. You know what I mean? Like they don't, like so few of them actually sound like natural to me. Do you know what I mean? Like as like replacements for actual swears. Like it just seems like, I don't know.
In
Doesn't Futurama have a couple?
What did they use in Mandalorian again? That one was pretty good. I was like, Dank Ferric or something like that. They say that quite a bit. I don't know if it's like a swear replacement or just again kind of thing like, damn. But that one actually I find works pretty good. But most of the time, like especially in sci-fi, I feel like everything feels usually a little bit more.
I personally
like it's like that does not sound natural. Like,
my favorite swear replacement is in
What
Star
was
Wars.
that?
That's R2D2 talking.
That was
Because
okay, I'm pretty sure R2 swears at all. Those people,
we
like,
all know
the time.
R2D2
He's like he's
as a
probably just
big
like,
old sailor
boy.
mouth. 100%.
well, I think one of the first things that 3PO says to him is to watch his language.
Mm-hmm. How dare you call me that?
Watch your language.
I think Luke says that to him in Last Jedi as well.
Hey, language.
Because 100%, like, yeah, when he goes on the Falcon, he wakes up and he sees Luke after God knows how long. He's basically, where the f*** have you been, man?
Yeah, probably. Right?
Hey!
Language.
But, no, in the Judge Dredd, they haven't translated it into... Well, I guess they technically have with the video game. But in the Judge Dredd universe, because they started doing those comics in the 70s, and, like, cursing you couldn't really do in comics at the time necessarily.
I mean, you could. It was just a lot of asterisks and number signs.
Well, of course. But, like, instead of doing that, they basically invented a lot of their own curses. Famously, like, they replace fuck with Drock. They actually, there's a jacket in Dredd in the opening scene that has Drock on, and, like, that's a little reference there. And then say God, they say Grud. So there's, like, little things like that, like, they use to replace curse words so they could have basically that feeling in the comic without actually swearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To varying effects. But as far as movie insults are concerned...
Like, just... I mean, growing up, we watched a lot of cartoons, and they replaced a lot of swears. Well, there's that, again, going back to SpongeBob, there's that one episode of SpongeBob...
With just sound effects.
But they were actually cursing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a tape that no one is ever going to see of SpongeBob and Patrick just dropping actual...
Yeah, because they were literally like, hey, this is actually, like, really difficult to do without actually swearing to get the emotion right. Can we just swear? And apparently Clancy Brown was super down for it. So, like...
Yeah, that's unsurprising.
Somewhere out there is SpongeBob, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs just cursing explicits, and it will never see the light of day. But God, I would love the uncensored version of that episode.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
It would be...
That'd be really good.
It'd be absolutely glorious.
Mm-hmm.
There's
I'm trying to think of, like, I feel like there was a show or a movie I watched recently where there was like a sick burn, and I was like, "Oh damn, that was glorious!" And I honestly can't even remember what it was.
Of course, like Full Metal Jacket probably has some of the most in any movie ever. Like just that opening scene alone probably has some of the worst, but simultaneously the most hilarious movie insults of all time. Again, it'd be absolutely horrifying if you were actually the person being sworn at by Arlie Ermy. But when you're watching the movie, especially upon repeat viewings, it does get humorous to me. Bullshit. It's so good.
Wow, that's so original, so good.
The best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. That's like the lightest one, but like there's so many good ones in that movie. In Bruges also has a bunch that I will not repeat on this podcast, but you could look them up. They're great. There's
Harry, it's an inanimate object.
You're an inanimate fucking object. I'm sorry, I called you an inanimate object here. It's so good. And then there's so many. Literally, we decided to have this conversation, and now I'm having trouble thinking of them. But there's so many.
It's not your fault. That's
But
on
there's,
you.
but there's
Anything with Samuel Jackson calling people motherfuckers. That's usually
well, of course.
I mean, like, yeah, like, that's-
motherfucker. Every time he
Star
rolls
Wars
up with
Episode
that,
3.
that's pretty gold.
yeah. Star Wars Episode 3 when he
Calls
said that
me-
to Palpatine.
Calls Palpatine a motherfucker.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Amazing.
Unlimited power.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, honestly, anything with Samuel Jackson, you watch that and it's like hilarious. There's so many good burns.
He just
I
has
wish I
a
could always think of them
he
all
just
off
has
the
a
top of my
way
head.
with words. Really, that's the big
There
thing.
are-
He
there are
just has a way
actors
with
that are-
insulting. He just has a way of insulting
has
people.
a
It's
way
usually
of-
pretty
yeah.
good.
There are actors who are like that though, who just like they can insult people really well.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder was another one.
Yes.
Like even him as simply as him calling him other people morons. Like it's
Morons!
not a really like it's not a strong word or anything like that remotely, but like it works and it's effective.
Well, even
Yeah.
it's not really like it's not necessarily an insult, but like when he's like cursing out Charlie at the end, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, it just
Out of context, that makes it sound like he's just like
Just ripping him a new one.
you piece of shits, you stole fizzy lifting drink.
You
You lose, motherfucker. Good day, sir.
I said
Outta here, you
good.
stupid ass boy.
I looked. Oh my god.
Motherfucker.
That's
But even in him, like there's that
Charlie and the motherfucking Chocolate Factory.
there's that scene in Blazing Saddles where he's like, it's after Black Bart gets like ripped apart by the town, like they just completely turn on him, and then he's just as leaning in close to him and just saying, it's like, it's okay, these people, they don't get it, they're simple folk, they're people of the earth, you know, morons. And like it's such a perfect delivery, such a perfect scene. And it's great, like he just had a way with how he performed.
100%.
And like there are just some actors who just really thrive. Matthew Broderick yelling fat at Nathan Lane,
Carry
producers.
those fat books, you
Fat fatty.
I'm
Not that fat. Hey Fatso, you got a letter from Rio.
I'm not that fat.
Who do I know in Rio? Why am I asking you? I love that movie. I love anything Mel Brooks does.
Yeah.
It's great.
Producers is fantastic.
Monty Python.
Well, of course, you got the French guys in the castle insulting people.
That's the thing. I feel like there is a lot of gateway movies to get up to like the ones that we've watched as we've gotten older with cursing, and I feel like again things like Monty Python is a big one because like they swear in that though quite a bit, don't they?
I mean, they say bastard a lot.
That doesn't necessarily count.
Yeah,
Like that's such a gray area.
It was like growing up is always it's in the Bible. It's fine if it's in the Bible.
If it was,
It's in the Bible.
well, that's how I got it. That's how a lot of us
In
tried
the
to get away
Bible.
with saying ass because
In
it's
the
like
Bible.
Oh, ass! It's in the Bible.
we're talking about the animal. We're talking about the animal.
I just called him a donkey. You can't get mad at me.
yeah.
Was friggin' Van Helsing? Just like, you're a monk. You shouldn't curse at all.
Actually, I'm just a friar. I can cuss all I want. Damn it! Like it's amazing.
It's
Like, there are fun, and that's the thing is there's fun ways to play with curse words. I think in movies.
yeah.
I think there really is, and I think whether you choose to avoid the curse words or you choose to use them, and that's where I find like especially a lot of like maybe lower budget stuff or indie films or a lot of early works by people. They don't
go
really,
overboard
yeah, like they don't
on
really
the
know
cursing.
how to use it. So it's a lot of just like, oh, we're cursing for cursing's sake. We're saying the F word just because we can. It's gonna elicit a reaction.
Yeah.
A lot of comedians do that too. Like, well, they'll say the F word because it makes people laugh. But are people laughing because it's funny, or are they laughing because it makes them uncomfortable?
Right. Yeah.
And so there's a
Or
lot
just
of
if it's the F word, like it's low hanging fruit, right?
well, and that's
Like at
exactly
the end
it.
of the day, like if you're a comedian who like just gets off on saying the F word, it's like, well, are you really that funny, or is it the word that's kind of more funny?
And that's
Yeah.
and like that's the
Than
thing
you,
is,
It's a
like-
fine balance.
I think all of us
Yeah.
when we hear it still have some kind of like inner child that giggles like a little school kid, just
Yeah,
oh
yes,
he bad word, oh no.
oh,
Because at work, you hear people say it all the time. You don't really bat an eye.
No.
But it's when it's in a formal setting like that, like when you say you're out somewhere.
yeah, like the Oscars.
No one laughed at that. No one was laughing.
No. Oh my God.
No, but it did make people feel very uncomfortable.
Yes.
It elicited a reaction.
It certainly did. Oh boy.
But yeah, I think there are gateway films
Yeah.
that leads up to that, and I think Monty Python is definitely one of them.
100%.
I think Hook
I don't
was
know if
another
there's
one.
I don't know if there's necessarily like gateway films that lead up to it. I think it's just like age appropriate films, right? And the older you get and the more advanced films you become more interested into, and the older like maturity levels, like yeah, they're gonna have more swearing or more insults and be a little bit more maybe not as
Provocative.
creative, but just have more swears. Because I think when you're doing something G or PG and you're keeping your swears down, like you do have to be a little bit more creative with your insults. You know what I mean? Like I think that's just, I don't know if it's necessarily gateway. I think it's just the maturing as you watch more mature films.
No, that's fair.
It kind of goes in line with that, right?
Yeah.
Going up the rating scale. That's what I think. Like,
well, that's where I
I
feel
mean, like it doesn't make your concept or idea wrong because it technically still is the same thing. I'm just looking at it from a different perspective.
Right.
Still
that's
the
where-
process
that's
going up.
that's where I think PG-13 is kind of like the sweet spot for like what you can get away with saying. Like, because like sometimes rated R again, like it can be used as a really well thought out tool, or they could just be really overkilled.
Yeah.
But then PG-13, especially, you can pretty much get away with anything. But then you have to find that one right F-bomb. And you got to figure out where exactly it's gonna go and
You got to
what.
pick and choose. You got to
Well,
be
that's the
very
thing. I always
specific about it if you want to use it.
thought it'd be really funny, and I don't know if like if anyone from Marvel Studios is somehow watching this video, you can have this for free. But I always thought it'd be really funny
They don't want it.
to have. Oh no, this is brilliant. I think. I always thought it'd be funny if you had Deadpool show up in in an Avengers movie or like in one of the like main MCU films, and he's like, now remember, kids, this is a PG-13 movie, which means we can only have one F-bomb, and I'm gonna pick the exact moment to use it.
I want to say they did that for the Once Upon a Deadpool.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Did they?
I want to say that was one of the gags.
Was it in the wraparound? I think it might have been, like, it could have been in the wraparound, maybe. Like with, what's his name?
With Fred Savage, yeah.
Yeah. But, like, but basically you have the whole thing where, like, Deadpool's waiting to, like, be the one to, like, drop the F-bomb, and then you have someone, like, someone like Spider-Man do it, or, like, not Wolverine, but just Hugh Jackman shows up and says it. I always thought that would be a really funny gag to have in a movie where you would put Deadpool into like a PG-13 film. At least to me, I think that would be funny.
Again, I think they already did it.
I don't remember that. So.
I've never watched that Once Upon a Deadpool thing.
It was fun. I liked it.
But
Yeah, it was it basically had like a Princess Bride type wraparound. Like, they literally got Fred Savage and all that jazz.
I think, yeah, like, I don't know if it'd be funny if Deadpool showed up, because it's like, I don't know, you would expect that from Deadpool. I think it would be funnier if someone random just, like, said it. But also, I don't know, like, in the MCU movies, like, I don't really know or necessarily feel the need for, like, an F-bomb at all. I don't know if I'd find it funny or not. Like, it depends how it was, I guess, executed.
Or I guess, like...
In which film. Like, I'm like, I don't know.
There's been an F-bomb in the MCU. Hasn't there?
I don't think so.
I honestly cannot think off the top of my head of someone using an F-bomb.
I feel like...
Do they say... They have, like, a few swears in there. Yeah. Every once in a while, like, someone will swear. But, like I don't know if they've actually said, like...
I feel like in the Marvel... I feel like in the Netflix shows they might have, but I can't.
Well, yeah, for sure. But like people were also humping like rabbits in those shows. So like there was humping in those shows. So
yes,
yeah,
I know the Fox
like
ones
it was more
they did.
matured.
The Fox ones they did.
Yeah,
Fox had swears. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I honestly can't. I'm trying to think in the MCU. What did Captain America say in Age of Ultron? Because it wasn't it was something, and then they made it a running joke.
Oh, he just kept saying, he kept telling people to watch their language.
Yeah.
And then at the end he cursed.
So like shit.
And then something like that. And then they said, "Hey, Cap, language. Wow."
And for God's sakes, guys, watch your language.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they reversed it.
Well, no, didn't Cap just say that at didn't he say something at the beginning?
Yeah,
No.
He said language at the beginning.
Language.
Because someone
swore,
and then he's like...
Tony Stark said something. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie forever. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
It was something, though.
It's not bad. Like, I think Age of Ultron gets a lot of unnecessary hate. It's not as good as the original, but it's fun. It's a fun little movie.
I don't know.
Say it's like it's the friggin' Lighthouse or something. Yeah, it's a fun little movie.
Yeah, it's a fun little movie.
Fun little movie that cost $200 million. Like, a little independent.
It costs like a shitload of money, but yes.
It's gonna win an Independent Spirit Award.
Good time.
It's got
Tony to Cap. You like me, lobster?
I'd watch that. Actually, you want to talk about great film insults? There's Willem Dafoe's monologue in The Lighthouse.
Oh, the damn ye.
Damn ye!
I haven't even seen that movie yet.
Oh my God, man!
Wait, is it on Netflix? I feel
It's on Amazon.
It's on. I know it's for sure on Amazon.
Oh, it's on Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch the damn Lighthouse. We'll come back.
And that's different from The Lighthouse. The damn Lighthouse is...
The damn Lighthouse.
It's
That's the one with Sam Jackson and who who else would be in that?
Chris Rock.
Chris
In a
Rock.
backwards baseball cap.
I'd watch a remake of I'd watch a remake / parody of The Lighthouse with Sam Jackson and Chris Rock tomorrow.
Now you said you liked my lobster.
You said you liked my motherfucking lobster.
That's what I mean, man. Like, you get Sam Jackson in anything.
I'd
and
watch
it's
that.
Man, the guy, how he insults people.
I'd buy
and just,
that
like,
5 times on 4K.
he is like a motherfucker. Artur. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
he is an Artur of that word.
Does
Like,
he
how
just-
he uses it and puts it together and delivers it, it's like, man, no one can deliver it like Sam
Yup.
Jackson.
Does he
They gotta
just
retire.
insert it though? Like, does he insert them into like scripts, or do you think like
I
I'm
have
gonna
no
say
idea.
I'm going to assume that I guess if you want to get really technical, there was one in Infinity War when he disappeared, but he
no, like yeah, they do the
Oh, yeah,
almost because
yeah,
like
that
same
was
thing
the
in
other
No
one.
Way
Yeah, that was
Home.
the one I was thinking of. Yep.
In our
Yeah.
the end of Homecoming, it was the same thing where when Aunt May opened the door on Peter, she was gonna.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
tease it.
yeah,
They
yeah.
tease you with it.
You're right. Yeah.
Honestly, if I could give it to anybody first, I'd give it to Ant-Man. Paul Rudd has earned it at this
That'd
point.
be hilarious.
True. And he'd probably be the best one to deliver it, really.
Yep.
With who's left?
I don't know. Anthony Mackie gives him a good run for his money.
Yeah.
He has his moments. Mm-hmm. His character is a bit more serious, though.
I like.
He has
Shelby.
funny moments, but he is still a bit more like
Yeah.
serious overall.
Sam's definitely one of my favorite remaining characters for sure.
I mean, there's still quite a few remaining characters. We've only lost 3.
I know,
Only
and then
3
we're
left.
I guess I
we're
guess
li-
so. I guess it's just
and
because
then
we
we're
haven't seen
literally
them
like,
in a while.
they're like
It's
backing
only
up a
been-
dump truck full of characters right now. You know what I mean?
And it's
like
also-
we're gonna get so
And we
many.
just gained
Guys,
a bunch.
it's only been 3 years since Endgame.
I know.
Like, it
feels
hasn't
like-
been that long.
It feels
which-
like longer.
That's
It does
because
because of the pandemic, right? Because there wasn't anything for like such a long time.
they're 6 months.
And we got Moon Knight now. We got
Maybe a year. I'll give it maybe
It was
maybe
a year. It was a year.
because 2021 we started getting shows again.
yeah.
And like, but that's not that long. Like, that's what I say. Star Wars should have waited between movies.
I
They
mean,
should have waited.
again.
It's not long like across movies. It is long for the MCU. That's why it felt.
And
like a
I
little
think
bit of a
that's
lull.
the
But
dangerous
it needed
precedence
time
they've
to-
set up.
It needed time to recover though.
I agree.
After Endgame, like
Yeah.
it needed time to just.
We
like,
needed to
okay,
breathe.
for a sec, and slowly start rebuilding again.
It's
Yeah.
like maybe we could have used a bit more time between Batfleck and Robert Pattinson. But at the same time, we got a pretty damn good movie out of it, so I'm fine with it.
That one really just kind of got their F word right out of the way.
Oh yeah,
Like, right at the beginning.
100%. And
It was good gone.
and they gave it to the perfect character.
It worked. And then he was... Nope, spoilers.
Yeah.
Can
Um,
we talk about spoilers on this show?
I mean, I guess if we indicate time code, we can.
But I want to keep talking about swear words.
That's true. I'm perfectly fine.
I was gonna make a Batman video, but then I just got busy, and then
Then
it
life
was
happened.
it was like it's kind of been too long to be like, here's my first reactions. Like
Nobody cares about Batman anymore. Clearly,
I know, and then
missed-
Will Smith
clearly I
slapped
missed
Chris
the
Rock,
ball.
and I was like, okay, now it's really out the window.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Sonic 2. I mean,
Oh yeah, Sonic 2. Didn't see it. Heard it
no,
was
no,
okay.
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Do you guys think it's funnier when swears are bleeped out, or do you think it's funnier hearing them?
It depends on the context. Like, I think censored swearing can be really, really funny. Like, legitimately, like, yeah, we talked about the episode of SpongeBob. There's like, I mean, again, I talk about the Craig Ferguson show a lot, but the way they censor swears on that show is way funnier than if you actually heard Craig swearing.
Yeah.
Just because, like, he replaces them with, like, the most ridiculous sound effects. So, like, it's... Stuff like that can be really funny, too.
I think, like, it depends how it's delivered. It depends on, like, the environment and the characters and, like, what's the tone of the film, right?
Yeah, or the
Because, like, if
TV
you're
show,
watching The Batman and they, like, beeped out the swears, you'd be like...
Well, yeah, like, I think there's,
like... It wouldn't make sense.
You can't really do it in a cinematic sense, really.
Unless it's a comedy. If it's in
like,
a comedy,
I'm just
then,
saying, I'm just saying, like, the tone of the Batman. It doesn't necessarily have to be The Batman. But if you were watching, like, a dark, gritty show, like, you know, how those old Netflix Marvel shows, and they're bleeping out swears, you'd be like, okay, man, you just beat the crap out of that guy to a pulp. Like, we just see
Violence
people
is
ripped
fine.
up. We're seeing blood, but it's like you're gonna bleep out the swear words. Like, it'd be questionable, right?
Well, it's actually on the topic of censorship, it is interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I was just go ahead.
Yep. On the topic of censorship, like, it's interesting how, like, different countries like kind of value, and even like province to province it kind of changes, but like where some countries view violence as worse than cursing or sex, but then there's some countries that are more okay with sex than violence and cursing, and some countries cursing's perfectly acceptable, but don't you dare show the other stuff. Like, it's interesting.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
it's
all
cultural
culture.
difference. Yeah,
it's all
100%.
culture.
Well, again,
right?
that's continue.
Like Europeans are like way more comfortable with sex and all that kind of stuff.
Really?
Than North Americans, right? Like, they're just like, yeah, that's fine. But like, violence in Europe gets it a higher rating.
Yeah.
Then like here we're like, yeah, let's just blow up places. Whoa, it's a good time, cowboys. Bam, 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 bam.
Explosions, guns,
let's
beer.
But then we're like, oh no, a titty. No,
Can't
you can't see that. Protect the children.
No, exactly. But it's like there's a whole movie about
Don't
that.
call him names.
How, what the hell did you say to me?
You a motherfucking tit.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
R rating. This podcast has got an R rating.
No, it's censored.
Oh, yeah,
you
we're
guys are
censoring.
you guys are just making more work for me.
Oh, just
I
wait.
was like, when you're like, bro, we're gonna censor it. You can swear. I was like, that was a bad choice.
Bad.
That was a bad choice.
Shit.
You just made more work for yourself.
No,
man.
I'm not censoring that one.
Oh, you're not gonna censor that.
Just kidding.
No, but
just
I am
kidding.
going to censor it.
Which one again? Which word? I'm not catching it.
And
I think I can't remember exactly what we were talking about.
yeah, we just fucking just.
Oh yeah, like censorship. But like,
yeah.
I think your original question though was like, is it funnier if people swear or not? And again, I think it depends. There's this one example. Like, I made this one video on. It was like my older channel, Infinite Games. I think it was back in 2017, and I was doing this. I can't remember exactly what the series was called, but it was like, oh, here's some like great memories or like some old games that I thought were awesome, like playing as a kid. And one was like Mario. I think it was 3 or 2. I can't remember which exactly one it was. But I was talking about it, and I thought it was always so funny that Mario kept like going through this adventure, like getting through the land, beating the boss of the castle, gets in, then they're like, oh, sorry, your princess is at another castle. So I made this bit where Mario just starts like like just swearing off, like as he gets in there, princess, another castle. Like, motherfucker, yeah, you son of a bitch. Like, he's losing it, but it's like beep, 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 beep. And I honestly thought that was like the funniest thing I've ever made. I was like, this is hilarious. Because it's Mario swearing up a storm.
Yeah.
So I think, again, it depends on the context, who the character is, what's the environment, what is expected from the audience, right? Because a swear that's unexpected can be funny, but when you bleep out a swear that maybe is expected,
I was about to say that kind of, that kind of stuff is funny when we were kids, ah ha ha, and then I remember you said 2017, and I'm like,
oh no, man, bro.
That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
well,
there's
like
a whole, and that was like that was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
There's a whole genre of video that's just like about like unnecessary censorship, where it's like they'll like take clips from like the Muppets or
Isn't that a whole channel?
I think it's like I know it's like a sketch on Jimmy Kimmel, but then other people started doing it as well, where they just like take like kids shows and then they just censor words.
I've seen it with Harry Potter.
Because your brain just fills in the gaps and it's really funny.
Well,
like,
and that's what makes it fun. Like when these characters who wouldn't normally swear,
yeah,
or wouldn't be in that situation, start losing it. And you can even understand, like, especially like why I thought the Mario thing was so funny, because it's like there's no way this dude isn't losing his shit every time he gets to a castle, goes through a whole world of people trying to murder him, gets into a castle, beats the boss, gets there, and they're like, sorry, another castle. It's like, what?
I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to be the post-credits scene of the new the Super Mario movie. It won't even be the ending or like the.
Yeah,
it'll be a post-credits scene. He gets in the castle and then Toad's there like, sorry, Mario.
Princess another castle, just like beats him up.
No, then it's the
shit.
Thanos thing where he's just like, fine, I'll do it myself, and he
Yeah,
takes the flower and powers up into Fire Mario.
Yeah, like and that's like that's when I find like censorship very funny, when it's like very intentional.
Yeah.
Like again, if it's a show that has like would normally have swearing, or like they casually drop swears, to censor it maybe would be funny off the cuff. I don't know. Like it depends. I think it's again how you use it. What's the context? What's the environment? Who are the characters? What is the audience expecting? I think there's a lot of different elements that go in there, but I think both can be very funny if done right.
And I think it also comes down to how you censor it, because like some of the funniest censoring I've ever seen is like TV edits.
Oh man,
Like,
you became the Falcon.
isn't it just? It's not even the same voice though, right?
No,
Like,
it's very clearly not even trying to be Bruce Willis. It sounds like it sounds like freaking Fonzie's. What sounds like you became Mr. Falcon.
Hey.
It's like Bruce Willis isn't Italian.
Yeah, no, those are hilarious.
And then what
when
is
they have,
it
like,
in,
some random person saying it? Yeah, it's great.
My name is Buck, and I'm here to
Party. My name is
Partay.
there's some really good ones for like, and it's always good when they no, one of my it's not even censoring a swear, but it's like you've seen Demolition Man, right?
Demolition Man? Yes.
Yeah. So for the folks
love
at
that
home
show.
who don't know, in Demolition Man, they're in the lore of Demolition Man, there's a thing that happened called the franchise wars for restaurants and all that. And in that universe, Taco Bell won the franchise war, so all restaurants are Taco Bell. It's delightful.
So good.
However,
It's so good.
However, in the UK, they don't have Taco Bell. So instead, they replace Taco Bell with Pizza Hut. So in the version that is in the UK, they actually got like Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock to redub it, and they say Pizza Hut instead of Taco Bell. But it's like very clearly they're saying Taco Bell.
But it also makes sense because it's another 3-syllable restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
Taco Bell,
But
Pizza Hut.
completely different. How do you
Mouth
know?
movements.
Does it look the same in the mouth though?
No, probably not.
No, and like it's very clearly dubbed
Taco
over.
Bell,
Like
Pizza Hut. Did that look the same?
Taco Bell.
Well, it's like
Well, let me give it a try here. I'm gonna do this at the end, and it's like I'm gonna say Taco Bell,
should we all do it?
And
I'll
then-
do
Yeah,
Taco
let's
Bell.
all do it.
and then I'm gonna say
Taco Bell.
and I'm gonna say
Taco
Pizza Hut,
Bell.
Now Pizza Hut.
Pizza
Hut.
and then
Taco
I'm
Bell.
going to.
Pizza.
Okay, we have to do it separate. All right, this is too
Taco
much
Bell.
editing.
Pizza.
Okay, so.
Just leave me down in the bottom in the square, just being like,
Yeah.
Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
So I'm gonna say Taco Bell and Pizza Hut. I'm gonna swap them, and then we're gonna see if it matches.
See which one of us can do the most believable dub for Taco Bell switching to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that for yours.
For what? Because I said it so quickly.
Yes. And then Matt,
No, but you see, I want to try it one more time.
Pizza Hut, Taco Bell.
Yep. And then okay, now you go.
No, you see, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say Pizza Hut and
Taco Bell.
and then you're gonna
You're just gonna put Taco Bell. But use my Taco Bell. Use my Taco
Use
Taco
Matt's.
Bell.
Wow,
Wow, that was really good.
Do it.
Avant-garde.
Do it.
We are having too much fun.
Welcome to a weird one, ladies and gentlemen.
What we talking about again?
It's
Curse words in film.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
But no, like it's weird shit like that where it's just like it's clearly wrong, but it's very entertaining.
It adds to the je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Please censor that.
It's
Man, I wanted to like dye my hair like hyper blonde after that movie though. I was like, oh, black guy with blonde hair, like Wesley Snipes.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, it's like literally yellow. I was like, let's do
Actually,
it, baby.
and
And then my family wouldn't let me.
That's
Like, oh.
that's also a movie where in the universe they censor people in real life because they fine you for swearing.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, actually, that's what I thought you were going to talk about.
Yeah,
And then you
but no, like I love Demolition Man. I could do a whole podcast on just Demolition
You
Man.
keep threatening that, and
Dude,
it
me
hasn't
too.
happened.
I love that movie so much. It was
I-
like one of my favorites.
You
I gotta revisit it.
yeah. We'll do Demolition Man.
We should do a watch party.
I would absolutely love to do that.
Where nobody watches us.
Look at your
We're
camera.
all watching it.
Man, look at your camera. What?
It's fire.
He's going me.
Oh no, Matt's
Wait,
hands.
yeah, Matt, put your hands up again.
Oh my god.
We'll make that work somehow.
Somehow.
You
Just
change
not gonna
camera
match it
angles.
all.
Like we're rolling with multiple camera angles, people.
Oh, he is. No, spare no expense.
We spared no expense.
Um,
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
well, like,
Why
in the
is
same...
Sean Connery in Jurassic Park? We spared
I
no
don't know
expense.
because I don't do very good like.
Kid-
Because he censored Richard Attenborough.
I should.
Yeah.
I should look at.
Welcome to Jurassic
I
Park.
should, mummy, look at the fleas.
I was just like an old guy. It wasn't quite Sean Connery. It wasn't heavy enough. It was just. It was too.
Mommy,
Just
look at-
kind of like goldish.
I started a flea circus, and I said, "Mommy, look at the fleas,
The fleece.
the fleas,
The fleece?
there's fleas."
Why'd you start a
Look at
fleece
the
circus?
Look at the flames.
And I tried to print myself on all the animals. Kids, it's so nice to see you.
Grandpa.
Kids,
Dad.
Dad.
Have you guys read the book?
Yep.
Like it's so interesting, like how different it is, like what aspects like they change.
Because isn't
There's some really good changes though. Like,
because
going into a film,
isn't Hammond like a massive asshole in the book?
oh man,
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a narcissist.
no, he is a pretty big dick. Like
I mean, like, his grandkids go missing, and he's kind of like, well, as long as the park survives.
yeah, that's what I mean, man. Like at least in the movie, he's
Listen.
like my grandkids. In the book, he's like,
Listen,
yeah, I
the
don't
kids
really
are
care.
gonna die one day, but the park will last forever.
And like how he dies is like hilarious.
But,
Like
you know, he's just British, right?
Richard Attenborough?
Yes.
No, he's got a Scottish accent, doesn't he? I
No.
thought Richard Attenborough was Scottish.
welcome to Jurassic
His
Park.
last name's Attenborough. He's give me no. I have to look this up.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I'm
It's
pretty
like a
sure he
little
doesn't.
bit.
I'm pretty
There's a
sure he
little
doesn't
bit
have a
of hint in
Scottish
there.
accent.
There's a little bit of a
Look,
hint
if you
something.
guys are saying that I need to watch Jurassic Park to make sure he doesn't have a Scottish accent, I guess I'll have to do that. Shucks.
Oh geez. Oh boy.
Oh no!
I really want to watch that movie though.
Can I help you?
Give me a minute,
Okay, little spoilers for the book. Isn't it hilarious how he dies?
Sir
Isn't that, like,
Richard.
just
He was
the
knighted in
funniest shit
1976
you've ever
with a
seen?
broad Scots accent.
Huh?
He has a broad Scots accent, apparently.
Is that same as Scottish?
Is that Richard, or are you looking at Richard or David?
Richard Attenborough was born in Cambridge, England. Give me a damn second. His parents were probably Scottish.
That doesn't mean he.
You would have gotten the accent from him.
That's not how it works.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
You
not.
talk like your parents.
No, Luke's parents are both British, and he can't do a British accent.
That's because he failed at life.
That's because he failed at being British.
Luke, if you're watching it,
He's
I'm
not watching.
Yeah, he's not
I was
watching.
like,
But if
Luke
you are
Skywalker?
watching,
His parents
it's
were
fine.
British. It's like,
He
really?
was an English actor, filmmaker, and entrepreneur.
Okay, straight up though. You guys, do you remember how the dude dies in the book?
Oh, he never read the book.
I never read the book.
Okay,
Also,
let me break this down. Spoilers alert for the book, man. Actually, the book's really good. Lex
were
is
there
really
dinosaurs
going
in
into the book, though, because she's like the younger one. But anyway, so his grandkids get on like the PA system in the park, and like he's walking to like this like whatever his little jungle hut house, and they like put the Tyrannosaur roar across the PA system, so he thinks the Tyrannosaur is like right beside him. So he loses his shit and like falls down a hole, into like a little valley, like kind of crevice ditch, or whatever. Like busts up his knee, can't get out, and then it's pretty much the scene from the Lost World where all the compies like attack that dude.
Oh
till
my
he slowly
god!
dies. And that's pretty much what happens. That's how he dies.
Oh my god!
His grandkids scared the shit out of him, and he injured himself and was too old to actually get help. So funny because
He
he's
needed
such a
life.
dick.
I was
You
gonna
just
say,
he needed
you
life
would-
alert.
You spent all that money on that park, couldn't afford a life alert.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
That's what I mean, man. It's so funny. And like,
Oh, I
the
spent
fact
too
that
many
he is-
expenses. I spent.
The one place I shouldn't have spared.
Damn you, life
Life
alert.
alert.
Damn me!
Damn
man.
me.
That's so funny. Like, and like the fact that he's such a jerk in the book, you're just like, this
Oh,
is well deserved.
Shit.
The
You don't
lawyers.
feel bad. It's
No.
just funny.
My favorite
Like,
thing
it's
about the
so
book is that the lawyer's actually a decent, good person in the
Oh
book.
yeah, the lawyer's great.
Yeah, but Spielberg just got through a divorce and hated the lawyer can't be a good guy.
He made the lawyer that other character, like in the book or whatever.
Well, because
Like
Gennaro.
I can't remember if it was like one of the, not tour guides, but he worked. At the park.
Yeah, he was one of the tour guides.
Yeah, they pretty much just switched that character and
He left us.
That's
He
not
left us.
what I'm going to do.
They also switched the age of like Lex and Tim. Like in the book, Tim's the older one. Lex is younger.
Yeah.
Well,
She's super annoying. Like she does not.
Is she a
shut up.
hacker
like,
in the book too?
like,
No, they don't have computers.
Oh my god.
No.
Or
Well,
was
they
she?
do have they have computers, but she does. Like Tim kind of knows about them. Lex is too young. Like she's younger than Tim is in the movie. I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if they give an age or not, but she's quite a bit younger. But she's always making noise. Like that's how young she is. Like she hasn't quite
Figured
get
out
it
how to be
sometimes.
quiet.
You know what I mean? Like she's constantly alerting dinosaurs that they're right there. They're like, I'm like, God damn it, Lex, shut up! Like all the time. It's so. Like,
This is too tense.
You idiot.
it's a good book though. I liked it.
No, it's really well done.
I didn't like the ending though. I didn't like how it ended. I was like, oh.
Did they just
The
blow up the
very
island?
ending, I was like, this is kind of anticlimactic, but okay.
I think they just blow up the island, don't they?
No, I don't think so.
In the book.
Yeah,
Do they?
yeah, they're like napalm it or something.
I mean, but they still got a sequel book out of it, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
I
That's
haven't
why
read
it's like,
the-
oh,
yeah, I
there
haven't
was
read The Lost
there
World.
was another island.
Just over there that no one knew about.
Yep.
That had creatures
just-
that
it
can
was just
fly
like-
on it.
It was anticlimactic. Like, you know how the end of the movie, like, T-Rex comes in, like, eats the raptors, and you're like, oh, shit, what's up?
You mean the
Like, let's
T-Rex
run off
sneaks
the
in?
island.
Yeah, the T-Rex snuck in.
Yeah, somehow he,
Big-ass
like, stealthed
T-Rex.
into the building.
I'm coming to
Exactly.
eat you.
Exactly.
It's like a Scooby Doo cartoon. It's like
But in the book, because like Alan Grant's very much in like the like a lot of his character art isn't like, oh, I hate kids and now like I've learned to love kids and all that kind of crap. Like he likes kids in this book right from the start. Like he actually
Like, I
really
think-
enjoys kids.
Yeah, like he's...
And his whole thing is around the nesting habits of predators, right? So like literally they follow the raptors into this nest and like watch them like, oh, this is how raptors are parents. And then the helicopter picks them up and then they blow up the island. I was like, well, that was an anticlimax last like half hour, like just spying on velociraptors. Okay.
I don't know, it's
Other than that, I thought
You can
Yeah.
tell I've apparently suppressed that entire...
experience.
Yeah.
like, dude, because it is like the least interesting part of the book. I was like, I get this is character arc and what his character cares about. I just don't
Yeah.
happen to care. I want to see more people get eaten. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I guess like that's actually
And plenty of people do.
that actually be kind of a fun question as well. Like that we kind of moved on from the censorship thing, but like
We can go back to it. That's the whole point of this.
I know I'm just
The whole point of a
Yeah,
conversation.
we started talking about dinosaurs for some reason.
but,
Oh man, now we can't talk about swear words anymore because dinosaurs. We should just
No, I'm
no.
just saying.
Actually,
Calm
no.
down, let's get
I
back
want
to
to
it.
take a minute, and I want us to say our favorite dinosaur names, and then I want you to censor them.
just
But put
They
like,
don't even have to
Taco
be-
Bell in there.
They don't have to even be real dinosaur names. No one's gonna
Like,
know.
I'm gonna say Taco Bell, and you put Taco Bell. You censor it with Taco Bell.
I'll
Why
open
not?
up a
It's
can of
hilarious. It
worms on
brings
this
it all
one.
back around.
You're gonna have a lot of work to do in the next 24 hours.
Apparently,
My favorite dinosaur is Tyrannosaurus Rex. Taco Bell.
my favorite dinosaur is penis.
Dinosaur names are not that short.
Who's penis?
Maybe yours is. But
Penisaurus Rex.
there you go.
Yeah,
just penis in general.
Why is that your favorite?
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
It is.
That'll be the
funny.
one I don't censor. I'll just say
I just don't know if you're like talking about a specific penis.
my.
Or dinosaur?
No, I'm just gonna use Taco Bell to censor things in this episode.
I mean, you can try.
Oh, I can't even.
It's
Forget to
just
look at the
broke
camera. I'm
Matt's
looking at
brain.
you guys.
Mine
The camera
is
probably looks like I'm looking down all the time. But
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, it's cool.
It's
look
it's
back
cool.
The Dilophosaurus.
Protosaurus.
Yes. Oh! Oh! That's the noise they make. And I can say that, and no one can tell me I'm wrong, because we don't know what dinosaurs sound like.
Oh. The
there you go.
Barfosaurus.
Very nice.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh.
Okay, we're moving on.
Oh my god.
Crosser, we just made so much work for you. This is
That's
not-
fine. That's... I'm gonna use that as a censorship noise.
No, people will leave immediately. They'll be like, "Wow, this thing is
Hi guys,
3 hours
welcome
of
to a feast of oh!
They're going.
Just me in pain. That's what it's gonna just.
And Mario swear bit was immature. Come on.
Say goodbye to your eardrums on this episode. Oh my god.
I would make that again today and still think it's funny.
Welcome to a feast of films. We're gonna kill your ears today.
I hope you're done with hearing,
boy.
'cause that's what's happening right now.
Oh shit.
I hope you've enjoyed the last many years of your life hearing things, because
Yep.
after this episode,
They're
we're
gone.
gonna hear shit.
Oh, we got.
Do we reference it so that he knows that we know he's watching?
We just had a.
Hi, Devin. Thanks
Hi,
for
Devin.
watching.
I literally just got a text from one of my coworkers. He's watching the podcast and he loves it. Hi, Devin.
Hi, Devin. Thanks for watching. We don't know if you're gonna make it this far, but
Hi,
thank you.
Devin.
Yes.
I don't know you, but hi.
He's a great guy.
Matt, Ethan, and I thank you for your patronage.
Now give us money.
Please like and subscribe.
All of the money.
That's hilarious. Filming live, ladies and gentlemen.
Live pre-recorded
Live pre-recorded.
and edited.
Otherwise, I couldn't say.
Come on, say it.
Taco
say
Bell.
it.
I
Say
couldn't
what you're
say. Couldn't say Pizza Hut. And then,
or penis.
or pizza.
Now can we confuse them by saying penis hut?
You're welcome, 12-year-olds.
12-year-old Jesse thanks you.
Yes. Anyway.
I'm sure our childhood selves would be so proud of us right
Oh yes.
Oh, 100%.
Oh man, he said penis on live on the internet.
now. Good job.
Oh man, he's so cool.
So can we agree that the best insults come from Arnold Schwarzenegger, though?
Well, of course.
Like, who has better insults and curses than Arnold?
I mean, again, I mentioned earlier in the podcast. Like, it's hard to beat Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, but Arnold's got some great ones. Again, the man called Satan a choir boy.
He's a quiet boy compared to him.
A choir boy. And then, of course, stay cool, bird boy.
No, get Batman and Robin out of there.
Your compassion makes you weak. As right today is mine. I'll kill you next time.
So so then what is the best movie insult in your guys' opinion?
You cold-blooded bastard. I'll tell you what I think of it. I guess more of a threat.
Yeah, well, any kind of movie curse word. Like, when you watch it, what's your favorite one?
My favorite.
I thought we talked about this already.
My favorite insult. I don't think we ever actually got to.
I don't think anyone ever answered it.
Oh.
Because what's yours, Matt? Do you remember the answer?
No, come back to me.
Oh,
I thought maybe we talked about it. Maybe we didn't. I don't know.
Unrelated. I tried to start this at work, and you didn't pick up on it. But I really can't wait for the day where we're all standing on a lockup and can just nod to each other. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Bomb.
Oh.
Bomb.
Yes.
Bomb.
Yes.
Bomb.
Yes.
Bomb. Just killed Matt.
I'm just like, oh.
It's a
oh God.
Look, well, you gotta find a way to kill the time when you're standing around for 14 hours.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's. Are we talking specifically insults or like
Something
Insults-
that involves a curse word.
something involving a curse word? Okay. Well, I have to censor it anyway.
Yeah, but that's part of the fun. You have to censor the whole saying.
I mean, like,
Or is the whole
just-
saying a curse word?
for just the So it's an insult involving a curse word.
Yeah, I'll make more work for you. You can throw it up in a caption so people can tell what it is.
No.
That way you're only censoring the
No.
letters.
I mean, like smile, you son of a bitch. That's a great one.
That is a good one.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaws just like, okay, is that a camera? I'm a shark and I have no frame of reference.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll smile for you. Wait, why is that thing coming at me?
Oh no! I say we let him go.
I don't know why, but I'm a Minnesotan shark.
Oh yeah.
I drove in all the way from Minnesota
No,
to come and terrify your village
No, he's
here.
got an Amity accent, you know.
Oh no, he's not too
He's
far
in-
from the yard
he's
in the
in
car.
yard, not too far from the car.
That's a different accent what I'm doing.
Oh, don't you know?
Oh yeah, don't you know? I come out and I eat anything anywhere.
This for
It's a tiger shark.
a what?
You guys are so white, it's not even funny.
Shut up.
Hey, I don't know.
How
like,
dare
get
you.
any whiter right now? I don't know.
I don't have Starbucks.
You're like Minnesota Wonder Bread.
I don't even like mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise.
There you go.
Who doesn't?
What else we got?
I know, right?
What?
You don't like mayonnaise.
It's true.
It's weird.
It's-
He doesn't like mustard either.
yeah, it's just.
Oh, mustard's like.
I like honey mustard.
It's a taste.
Oh, honey mustard is like
honey mustard.
Prime, yeah.
That's the good shit. I had to look at the camera for that one.
So what I'm saying
Yes.
is the Minnesotan shark is an endangered species, and I think we really need to raise awareness
Yeah.
to protect
Good
it.
call.
Yes.
Need to stop fishing for.
No, we need to stop blowing them up.
Stop blowing up the Minnesota.
I'm
You know,
looking
we
at
need to start
you,
fishing them
the
more.
Minnesota
Chief.
Great White.
That's the thing.
Chief Brody. You are killing an endangered species.
No, I say Chief. Brody. You feel bad about blowing up that shark. I don't know why Jimmy Stewart is suddenly in at the end of Jaws. Now, see, Chief.
Well, that shark was just doing
It was
what's
just
its
my
nature.
No,
I was
no,
just
see,
doing what's in
now
its
see,
nature.
you can't just go blowing up that shark because it's doing what it's doing.
It's got its rights. It's got its.
Would you shoot a cat for eating cat food? Would you would you shoot a dog for licking its butt? I mean, what kind of world are we living in here?
If I walk into the woods and I need to pee, are you gonna shoot me next? Are you gonna shoot me for peeing in a bush? I don't think so.
That's the Jaws 2 we needed.
The trial of Chief Brody.
Yes. Jimmy Stewart as an animal rights activist.
No, I just ate a couple people. I would have moved on.
No, see, he was just hungry, is all. He's hungry. And aren't we all a little hungry every now and again?
I brought Snickers for the entire courtroom. And I want you to all sit in here.
Oh, come on, Matt. This is gold.
We're having a
This
blast.
is great. Either that or he's like, other than that. For a second, I thought your video froze.
I knew
That's
better.
what I was going for. I was like, I wonder how long I could just stay really.
Oh, come on. This is a comedy gold.
I knew better. I knew he didn't.
Well, you've known him longer than
Yep.
me, so that checks out.
That's why I didn't stop.
Oh, I see.
You stopped. I didn't.
That's true.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how long is it gonna.
I saw a man not laughing. And frankly, shark fin soup is no laughing matter.
Donate today.
To donate your shark soup.
Donate today so Jimmy Stewart can help protect the sharks.
Yes, 100%.
Nope.
Want to
No,
know how I
what?
got these mental scars?
I'm going to use that. Yes,
It's fine.
it's
Don't
fine.
worry about it. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a little too raunchy. All right. Even though we've literally
I found a line and I'm not crossing it.
even though we've literally been saying shit all day.
Who doesn't love a good subtitle?
Exactly.
I like how we're avoiding
Welcome to a Feast of Films, where we
just devolve into madness.
where we disturb Matt Ayalew for an hour and a half,
We are the reason why Matt had to step away.
drove him insane.
Oh, if you stare at the void long enough, it stares back at you.
Yep.
You don't do it.
Nope. So what's your favorite?
No, you still have an answer. Is the Jaws one your favorite?
Nothing has happened in the last 10 minutes.
Man. Oh man. I mean, I really you run old pit. You run I can't remember the full line. It's from Full Metal Jacket, but it's like you climb fences like old people fall or something like that. And it's one of my. It makes me laugh every single time.
I didn't see it coming.
Yep, that one's really like it leaves an impression. Then there's you a quiet boy compared to me, a quiet boy. But there's no swearing in that.
No, there
Oh wait,
is.
no, there's you're a fucking quiet boy compared to me, a quiet boy.
I like that you're wearing your Terminator shirt, and I just noticed that.
Yes. There's it's very very curt, but you asshole. It just from
What
the
mo-
Terminator.
Yeah.
You've seen the Terminator,
No, Matt's never seen the Terminator.
Matt. You've never seen
Yeah, like I haven't seen
the
Terminator.
bullshit. That's
Terminator.
Terminator.
the Terminator.
Can't even talk
That's the Terminator.
Still for so long, I can't even talk.
That's
How to use my mouth.
What is happening?
that's the Terminator with the Swedish chef. The Terminator. We're gonna be back.
But it's just disturbing you.
I've got to be back, David.
Work you, it.
Sure, to see the best future.
And this,
I come here to face the nerve server.
Where's the Vista, baby? Everything this way.
Return to the herd. Your clothes are given to me.
I haven't seen Terminator for a long time.
You needing your clothes on book?
They're great movies.
Yes.
I sure there's a German chef for
The
some
first
reason.
two.
Which one?
I said I haven't seen it for a long time, but they're great movies. And then I said, well, the first two.
Yeah.
And then
Three's questionable, and then after that, it's
the other
like,
four are a mixed bag, and it really just depends
Why?
on.
why? I haven't even
there's-
seen the last two that they made. I was like,
Like
I just don't have time for that.
I love about the first 15 minutes of Genesis, and then it's just and then Dark
I
Fate,
haven't seen it.
and then
Each time they make a new one, they're like, this is a new continuity. Supposed to be right after 2. And I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
Just
No, 'cause-
stop. If you have to make a new continuity. every
Continuity.
time- if you have to
But
make
Matt-
a new continuity.
no, Matt,
Every time you make a movie, it's
Matt.
like, no, this isn't going to work.
no,
Just
Matt,
stop.
allow me.
Just stop.
So there's there's the original timeline, which is Terminator 1 and 2, and you can just stop, and it's fine.
Because the future is what we make for ourselves.
Yep, it's like, oh yeah, it's open now. Cool. Okay, so now you get the original one, which was 1, 2, then 3 happens, and then Salvation is a direct sequel to 3 in the new timeline, but it's the future war. All right, so that's timeline number 1.
And that's why things are different in Salvation than they were in the flashbacks for
Yes.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, like they don't have the purple lasers yet, even though it's further in the future. That kind of thing. Then there's the Genesis timeline, which is 1, and then Genesis happens. So literally, Genesis is just alternate Terminator 2, except there's a bunch of shit that they do that changes things up. But it could have been an interesting thing where basically the only difference would be sending the T-1000 after Sarah when she's a kid instead of John. That actually could have made things interesting, but then they had to throw in a bunch of other crap.
Well, didn't that introduce the concept that they just sent like a bunch of Terminators to different time points?
Oh no, that's the next one.
That's Dark Fate?
That's Dark Fate. Where just Skynet apparently went crazy and just started sending T-800s back to various periods of time.
I've never seen Dark Fate,
Why?
Well, you see,
so we gotta up the ante.
there's just
Raise them stakes.
so then so Genesis then I guess, and Sarah Connor Chronicles is also a sequel to Terminator 2 specifically.
But not canon.
Not canon. Yeah, that's also its own timeline. And then you have then the new one is Terminator 1, 2, and then Dark Fate is a direct sequel to Terminator 2. So there are 4 separate Terminator timelines.
Time travel.
Okay.
Aren't movies fun, kids?
Okay. This is why I didn't watch anymore. I just can't
You
do
don't.
it anymore.
1 and 2, and then you're
can't.
done. You're good. Don't need
I
any
just
more.
can't. Yeah.
One day I'll make my Terminator 3.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of movies like that where you're talking about like Alien or like Predator, like the modern day sequels are questionable at best for a lot of these franchises, but they're so solid. Like the franchises have such a solid foundation. It's like, well, how do you guys keep effing this up every time?
Yep.
I don't understand
Because-
there's some really great opportunities here to tell some great stories.
For a lot of the
It usually just doesn't
franchises, the perspective is as long as you have the thing that the franchise is based off of,
Then
then it's good. As long as you have the alien in the Alien movies, it'll be a good story. As long as you have the Predator show up, that's good enough. As long as you have the Terminator show up, that's good enough.
And like in reality,
that's good enough to put the title on the movie,
Yep.
but it doesn't make it a
Well,
good
that's why, like, again, people could shit on Prometheus all they want. At least they tried to do something new and different in that universe.
And then completely threw that out.
Yep, and then they threw out the baby and the bathwater.
They're
and
just like, well, that was shit.
they brought the xenomorph back in from the cold and said, "Hey, buddy, you got
You got one more in you.
do something."
Also,
Something.
I
Over
am
with a stick.
surprised you didn't name any of like the curses from the Thing.
Oh,
Like I can't believe that like that entire movie is like I'd say 90% just swearing.
it's not 90% swearing, but there's some good ones. But like, I I mean, literally, like, one of the last lines of the movie, the thing roars, and then McCree says, "Yeah, fuck you too." And it's just that's fun. I like that.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
You gotta be fucking kidding. But those aren't insults.
No, but they're brilliant uses of like curse words.
Oh, absolutely. Man. I'm trying to think.
Big Trouble Little China.
Big Trouble Little China. No, that's just a movie of Kurt Russell asking what's happening and where he is and what that is.
What the hell is that? Wait, don't tell me.
Oh, geez, what is that?
Well, that's kind of how I feel about Back to the Future, because like some of my favorite lines are in Back to the Future, but like, especially in modern sensibility, like the swearing in those movies is very low key.
Yep.
That's just normal now.
Yeah.
Hey, you, get your damn hands off. Do you really think I should swear?
Yes, George, God damn it, swear.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
It's leaf, you moron. Make like a tree and leaf. God, I never met anyone so stupid.
I like the version of that from like Boondock Saints. You guys watch that? You remember that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make like a tree.
Why'd you make like a tree? I'd get the fuck out of here.
Like a tree. Like, cause he's got a stutter too, so it makes it like, great. That's a great one.
People in glass houses shake shit.
Man, I should watch that movie again. I haven't watched it.
It's
forever.
fun.
Like the cat scene.
I'm still waiting for the third one. That got announced a while ago.
It's probably not gonna happen.
No, apparently it's happening now.
Oh yeah, Walking Dead's coming to an end.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, do you remember watching?
Well, there was
it got officially announced.
Yeah, they also announced
ago,
a TV show that never happened. So,
do you remember watching Boondock Saints in a group and everyone's reaction when the cat got shot?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe that just fucking happened.
That was shortly after we finished high school. I can't remember if it was like the summer after or 2 summers after or whatever. But like, we were just going around to like different people's houses and having like movie fest. Like we'd just stay up all night, like
just watching movies
for like a week. Man, this went on for like a week, like every night. Maybe longer than a week. It might have been longer. I can't remember. It was a good run though. But yeah, that was at my house. We watched some pretty terrible ones, but Boondock was a gooder.
A pretty good movie insult is actually in The Mist.
Oh shit.
That's I can't remember Mrs. Carmody.
Oh yeah, like the old lady, like the
like
religious fanatic.
Where she says to the one lady, "It's like if I need a friend like you, I'll just take a little squat and shit one out." Shit, it's like it's a good one.
The best part about this is there's compilations on YouTube of like the best movie insults
that I've watched, and now I can't think of any.
My favorite is the Arnold compilation, because if you start him with one Arnold quote, he can just go through the entire list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I've
It's got a rhythm to it.
It does indeed. No, they're brilliantly edited. It's one of my favorite videos on the internet.
Gosh, I don't even know if I have any. I'm like taking a look.
It's always so hard to like pick things out of like thin air. You know what I mean? Like when you watch it, you're like, "Oh man, I love that." Or if someone references, like you can remember it, but sometimes it's just hard to like.
Don't worry. Next time we'll talk about inspirational lines, because that I feel is going to be a little easier for us to come up with.
Yeah, maybe.
And you can't reference Darkest Hour, because that movie wasn't inspirational. It was just dumb.
Whoa, Ethan, you can't just.
We're talking movie insults. I might as well just be honest.
That's you insulting a movie.
Isn't that what a movie insult is?
Oh my god!
Hey, listen, I built my identity on that.
If it wasn't
whole personality in life is that movie, you mother.
If it wasn't for Winston Churchill, I would not be here right now.
True story, probably. But,
Oh my! I mean,
regardless.
I mean,
no,
listen.
No, but I've defended why I
We-
enjoyed that movie.
and
probably
Ethan,
And I
beyond-
stand
Ethan, we
by-
make jokes, but like that's kind of true.
What?
No, it
If it
is
wasn't
true.
for
It's
Winston
100%.
Churchill, we would not be here right now.
Or we would be speaking German.
We'd be speaking German.
Oh, and no, you guys would be fine. I'd probably be dead. We're not here at all.
Oh no!
Like, that's the truth. No, that's the truth.
It's true. It's true.
They would have
so-
lost eventually. It's fine.
But yeah, like
No, they wouldn't.
Eh,
You guys would be fine. Though.
all I'm saying is that no, because I'm British. I would not be fine. I'd like my family would have been probably wiped off the map.
hands up if
Oh
you
no, I
part
wouldn't
German.
murder all the white people. Just some of them.
So like, the problem I had with Darkest Hour is just that it didn't end at the darkest. It ended just when they were about to enter their darkest hour. It was leading up to the darkest hour, and then it just ended.
No.
If you would like to hear a
No,
lengthy
no,
discussion
no.
about what they're about to get into, go. Can we link videos in?
Yes, we can link previous videos.
Yes, go to this video, previous podcast. Listen to the discussion on the darkest hour.
No.
That's all I'm saying, man.
No,
is
it's
it
not
could have
that
been.
World War II or like
It was
World
literally
War
their
III.
darkest hour.
World
No, their
War II
darkest-
wasn't that dark. No,
No,
it's
it
not.
was the darkest hour because all hope seemed lost, and it rested on one man deciding to fight.
I'm pretty sure when the Blitz happened, there was more hope lost than leading up to that.
But that was during the Blitz. They were still getting bombed and stuff. Like, that was the whole point. Like, that was even in the movie. They were bombing the city.
I mean, I only watched it once. So I can't. I have to take his
Listen.
word for it.
It
Listen,
literally
I'm just
happened in history.
I know it did.
It's a thing that happened in reality.
The film wasn't about the actual war. It was
Then it
about
should have
one
been.
man's choice to decide to fight and inspire a nation to do.
And
the
then they
same.
should have shown the fight.
To endure. Like, that's why it was the darkest hour, because it could have gone the opposite direction, right? Like, it was like this moment in time where it could have gone one of either two ways.
I barely
That's
endured the
point.
movie.
That's the point. Anyway, I enjoyed the movie.
It's
It's also about, like, communication, speech writing, and storytelling. So,
Well, Matt, we're gonna cut this short.
I'm just
Oh no,
saying-
Matt!
I'm just
We're
saying.
losing you, Matt.
Listen,
Oh
listen.
no, we're losing you,
No!
Matt. We're going through a tunnel.
I'm gonna.
No! No, like,
He's
I
gonna
don't
compress
care
the
if you-
video there.
Honestly, Ethan, I don't give a flying fuck if you like that movie or not. Like, it doesn't matter to me. It
Just
doesn't
like-
matter to me at all.
Listen,
I know I enjoyed it,
like
and
Ethan.
I know
Ethan.
my reasons why. I do.
Ethan despises I Come in Peace.
I don't despise it. I just think that when you try and talk that you have this high class taste in cinema, it's really fun to bring up I Come in Peace.
Listen, it's either.
You're either really pretentious or the schlockiest stuff you can find.
It's either art house or grindhouse. Art house or
Can that be your tagline? Can that be your personal, like, put that on your business card?
art house or
Jesse R. Brosser, director. It's either
Where-
art house or
where-
grindhouse.
Jesse Prosser, where art house meets grindhouse.
Kinda does.
Yeah, that's
perfect.
the best way to.
Well, you should trademark
I'm
that.
gonna trademark that.
Copyright that.
That's some of my favorite movies. That's what it is. It's like it's artsy but also sleazy, and it's a good time.
See, yeah, like, and I wouldn't by any means call myself like an art tour. I'm not as like deep cut as you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I like a lot of the basic shit. I like a lot of the stupid shit. I like a lot of comedy with a lot of black people in it saying mother. Like, that's just.
Having said that, you should give The Lighthouse a chance because I think you'll.
No, I honestly do. I wanted to see The Lighthouse for
It's good.
a hell of a long time. I've just never got a chance to actually sit down and watch it.
Yeah, man, it's fantastic. That's another one
Speaking
I
of
would do.
insult, oh man, speaking of insults though, I remember I was watching. I just remembered this one. I was watching Soul Man, which is Bernie Mac, Samuel L. Jackson.
That is not
like-
Soul Man with C. Thomas Howell.
No, Soul Man.
Solman.
Soul Man
So-
with an E.
It's basically like these backup singers for shit. What's that guy's name?
James Brown.
No, real life.
James
James
Brown
Brown's
isn't
definitely
real.
real.
No, I know that. I know that. I'm trying to think
Ray
of the,
Charles.
I'm not trying to think of the character's name. I'm trying. John Legend. There you
John
go.
Legend.
So John Legend plays this character in Samuel
Oh.
Jackson.
Okay.
Mac.
Okay, I
Like
thought you were
his
talking.
backup singer.
You said they were backup singers for, and then
No,
you.
Yeah.
I know, and then you said,
And
I
that's-
said, no. I was trying to think of.
I thought it was
the
a real
guy-
person
Yeah,
we
we
were
were
talking
trying.
about.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who
I
they were
can't-
backup singing for.
I'm trying to remember who what his character's name was. I can't remember. But anyway, they're backup singers for him. And then he splits off as a solo thing. They do a pair thing, and then they get all old and kind of shit doesn't go well for them. So they're just kind of Samuel Jackson's pretty much a bum. But anyway, so John Legend's character dies, and now they're old as hell, and they're trying to get back into they have to go to his funeral and perform at his funeral. So it's one of those buddy road trip movies. So Bernie Mac goes to Samuel L. Jackson's house trying to get him on board to go and do this performance. And they're arguing about stuff. And he's like, listen, I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a shit shower and shave. And I'm going to come back here. I'm going to pick your ass up in the morning. And he's like, you down with that? And Sam Jackson's like, yeah. He's like, you better. You goat-faced motherfucker. Because he's got a goatee. That one was good. I can't remember if that's how the exchange went. I haven't seen it for a while. But
that
the whole point
sounds
where he's
correct.
like, you goat-faced motherfucker. And he does it how Bernie Mac does it, right? His eyes get all bugged out. That one was good.
Okay.
That one was good.
There we go.
Also, Ryan Reynolds, Blade 3, the only good thing that came out of Blade 3.
Oh, Blade 3.
You can take a sugar frosted off the end of my dick. That was a good one.
You.
See, guys? Our tour.
See, and there's one one in there, but I'm not gonna say. I mean, we're censoring it anyway, so I can't.
Go ahead.
It's you, where they're taking in the silver dust, and he's like, "You cock juggling thunder."
Oh, yeah. That one was pretty good, too.
I'm
yeah.
definitely censoring that one.
With Pizza Hut.
Listen,
You,
the only good thing about Blade
you
3
cock
is, Ryan
juggling
Reynolds.
Pizza Hut.
So good.
No, you
So good.
Taco Bell Pizza Hut.
you, pizza.
Taco Bell pizza.
That's exactly what I'm gonna. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one, ladies and gentlemen.
You have so much work, man.
I have so much work.
You goat-faced motherfucker.
It's not gonna be that bad, honestly.
There's the Warriors isn't one for me, where there's a lot of ones that I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna touch with the 10-foot pole.
There's one that's not so bad.
But with the baseball Furies,
where
where it's
shove that
bat up your ass and turn you into a popsicle stick.
Yeah, shove that bat up your ass and turn you into a popsicle.
I love the Warriors so much.
It's a great movie. Great movie.
Gosh, what else is there for me? There's gotta be some. Cause me and you trade insults all the time. We curse each other out all the time.
It's true.
Do we use wholly original insults?
Sometimes.
Oh,
No,
shame.
really.
See, I use a lot of PG kind of insults, don't I?
Yeah, for the most part.
Nincompoop. I enjoy nincompoop.
You can poop.
One of my favorite just insults in general is bellend
Yep, you absolute bellend.
or you lamp.
Yep. Yeah, I call people lamps sometimes. It's just...
You're an absolute lamp. But that's also one of my favorite things too. Is when you take words that aren't swears and just use them as swears.
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
Yep, I think
Celebrity
no,
names as well.
That one I did take from a movie at the end because it's from World's End. F off, you lamp. Go fuck off.
But I also like taking celebrities' names, and like William H. Macy is a really good one. To use as a curse word. If you're upset, just yell out William H. Macy.
Kelly Clarkson.
H. Macy.
Yep. There's a lot of things you can do with names.
100%.
Exorcist, I wouldn't say any of those swears are my favorites because they're just really uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say most that movie is. I would say that's a pretty good summary for that whole movie.
Exorcist
Not really
3,
my
does
favorite,
that have
but
any?
it is pretty uncomfortable.
Like insults.
Yeah, like that's like no, like I don't think there's
From
really
what?
any.
There's exclamations.
There's great lines. There's great
Yeah.
dialogue, which we got to dive into another time.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about amazing dialogue.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
One of my best swears, my favorite uses of the swear and favorite use of the f word is specifically in Jojo Rabbit, and it's fuck off Hitler.
Yes.
That is and I think that's the most appropriate time to use the f word.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing that should just be
That's just.
okay. That should just
Anytime
be
you're talking to Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's probably
Totally allowed.
In fact, I'm not going to censor that one.
well.
Ethan's like,
Yeah.
I committed thinking I was gonna get censored, but here I go.
Nah, I'll censor it. I'll put like Taco Hitler.
Taco off Hitler.
Yeah. No. Anyone got a question of the day?
If I am a Scottish lord, or if you're a Scottish lord,
then
then I am Mickey Mouse. How dare ye?
I hate loose women.
And I hate fast men.
Last Crusade. So good.
Junior.
You call this archaeology?
Oh, thank God. It's a fake.
It's a fake. Oh. Shit, man. Oh,
That's for blasphemy.
that's blasphemy. I taught you self-reliance.
self-reliance.
Dish.
Just a shelf collapses in Indy's house, and his dad turns to him and is like, I taught you better. I taught you shelf-reliance.
Self-reliance.
And that would actually make sense with his accent.
Exactly.
Yes. It's the quickening. Jadage. That's just. You should.
Guns are good.
Yes. That's another. If you ever want to have a transcendental experience, man, you should watch Zardoz.
No.
It's a sci-fi fantasy with Sean Connery.
It's
One of the trippiest movies I've ever seen.
very unique. It is a very unique movie.
Fair enough.
Yep. You just look it up. Just look it up. Read a summary. Everyone look up Zardoz when you get a chance. Yes. Does anyone have a question of the day?
Can you censor the awkward silence?
Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut.
No,
Taco Bell.
just stretch it out. So it's just like
Taco.
pizza.
I'm also gonna use Zardoz to censor things.
I have no idea why we don't have like 1 million subscribers already. It's ridiculous.
Right?
This is quality.
This
content.
is quality
This is some
content. Have you
quality
seen?
ass content.
Have you seen
Hey,
some of the stuff on this platform?
Anyone who knows us loves it.
Yeah.
Because they get to see a few idiots talk about nothing. And say we're talking about movies.
Is
that's a
really
slogan
true?
right there.
I
Our
don't
friends
know.
and family love it.
The people who saw it said they watched it.
Yep.
They're
Watch the
like,
movie
I
that
watched
critics
like 10 seconds.
watch the podcast that critics have seen.
Critic have seen.
Critics have listened to this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's
They
a
said
critic.
it was a podcast.
Well, because I was like,
No, they said it was a podcast?
but I was going to say,
Yes.
I was going to say,
You have one?
Yes.
You have one? Well, what is it?
Well, because we were talking about
Man, tell us what it is! Come on, spit it out.
Oh my god, so much pressure.
What's the question? I don't know. Tell me the question.
Oh,
Ah!
oh god, my ears. I'm sorry. What's everyone's favorite novel to movie adaptation? Because we were talking about Jurassic Park before.
I feel like this question's been asked, but sure.
Have we? I don't know.
I feel like maybe we've talked about it a bit.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't think Prosser was here for it. This was
Might have been like an old school one.
This was BP before Prosser.
10,000 BP.
A Feast of Films, episode 12 BP.
Yes.
I don't know if it's 12.
Did you say from movie to book or book to movie?
Wait, my favorite movie novelization? Is that what you...
I'm just clarifying. Is that what you were asking?
I am a huge fan of the novelization of Chronicles of Riddick.
You could be.
It's...
Don't talk down to fans of the novelization of Chronicles of Riddick. That's rude.
I've been collecting the novelizations of the Fast and Furious movies for years.
Maybe someone has, if they have them.
Actually, I gotta look that up if Fast and Furious has novelizations.
But if they have them, you can't just go around raining on people's parade.
And then the car went vroom vroom.
Wow, man. Wow.
I hope they do a better job than that, because there'd be a lot of
The wheels on the car go vroom 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 vroom. And
the car
family,
goes fast.
Dominic Toretto said as he climbed into his Dodge Challenger.
Honestly, that's probably how Fast and Furious started. They're like, it's a novel, it's a book adaptation. What was the book? The Car Goes Vroom. By Edward Munch.
The car goes vroom.
They're like, this was a novel adaptation, okay, guys?
It is a novel
We
adaptation at
adapted
the end of the day.
piece of literary art into a movie. The Car Goes Vroom.
The car goes vroom.
Family. That's where the family theme came from, too. Kids books,
Yes.
a lot of themes like that.
But yes. What would you say? Would you say Jurassic?
Our favorite movie novelization?
No, favorite movie translated from a novel.
Do we have to have read the novel?
Like, are you saying...
I'm gonna say
No, like, are you saying our favorite... Like, actually, that's a good question, Matt.
That's a good...
Is it
that's
our
a good
favorite movie that's been adapted from a novel? Or is it just our favorite, like, we've read the novel and watched the movie, and we think it's the best translation?
I'm gonna go with that because it narrows the playing field. Because obviously, there's a lot of movies that are great. Like I love Jaws. I've never read Jaws.
It's on my list.
You know, so I know a lot of stuff that happens in the novel of Jaws, and it's insane. But
So are you.
yeah. Also, we probably got about 20 minutes left of video footage.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
But yeah,
Switch the samples.
was The Fugitive a book?
No, it was a movie.
Oh.
TV show.
Read the book, because we just talked about this process.
Oh my god.
Did we not just say it has to be a book you read?
Yeah, this is gonna narrow it down for you because, like, you've read like 5 books.
I mean, I could tell
and
you.
I'm pretty sure none of them were adaptations.
I can tell you what my least favorite book to movie adaptation is.
Romeo and Juliet.
No, it's World War Z.
No, but you asked your favorite. You asked for your favorite, not your least favorite.
Yes.
Yep.
And now I'm thinking, do novellas count?
Well, yeah.
Because technically,
That's the only adaptation you've read.
No, and Blade Runner.
Have you read?
I've read Android's Dream of Electric Sheep.
I just got the audiobook. I'm gonna check that out.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good little book.
I'm curious about
I
it.
have not read We Can Remember For You Wholesale, however.
Bless you.
That's what Total Recall is based on.
You should use that for a censor too.
We Can Remember It For You Wholesale?
Yeah.
Long ass swear for that.
We got him.
Electric Sheep.
Yeah, it's weird because the audiobook though
Because
isn't
I haven't read Die Hard either. But
the audiobook is now just labeled as Blade Runner.
yeah, I think that happened after the the movie came out.
That's a
relabeling it.
weird call.
Well, that
Just keep the name. It's a better title.
Well, it's like my novel of Who Goes There has like Who Goes There is small, and it's like the novella that the thing is based on. It's like,
Well, yeah, just because of like brand recognition, right?
yeah, that's
I
the
hate
thing,
that
right?
so much because like
it takes
man,
away from the original thing, but like it is what it is.
but yeah, no, you can pick any of those 2 books that you've read.
How dare you? I've read plenty of books. Like, I think probably Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is up there for sure. Like I've read the first 3 books. I haven't watched the new movie because I want to read the book.
Oh, this is a dumb question.
Oh yeah.
How can any of us not say Lord of the Rings? Wait, have you never read Lord of the Rings, have you?
I read The Hobbit.
I'm not
But
done.
I'm not
it
going to
yet.
say The Hobbit.
Like the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit?
No, the Lord of the Rings books.
You've read
I've not
them?
done them yet.
Oh.
I started them, but I haven't finished them yet.
So for you,
I haven't read them recently, but I
you've
used
read
to
them
several times because as a child I was insane and had to reread.
Because as a child,
See,
I was
I'm-
insane.
No, like
See,
I
I've read
reread.
Captain Underpants, but I've never watched the movie.
I reread that series probably about 10 times as a child, and now as an adult who I should be able to do that. I should be able to sit down and read Lord of the Rings, something I've read a billion times. No, I can't do it. I don't
We
know
live
why.
in a world with way too many distractions. Reading
Indeed.
giant books are tough.
I'm also convinced I've just gotten dumber over the years. The head trauma has caught up
Also
to me.
Could be a thing. Yeah.
I got 1 brain cell left, and it's dancing to Sandstorm.
Indeed. But yeah.
What did you say? What was yours, Prosser?
I was gonna say Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Like,
Oh yeah.
I really like the novel's definitely a bit on the pulpy side, but like it's a solid mystery, and I really like the characters. But then the way they adapted it to a bit more of a modern setting, I think works really well. So it's just I think it's a really good movie. I think specifically the Swedish one I really enjoy. Like the David Fincher one is also good, but like the Swedish adaptations, technically they weren't a movie originally. It was a mini series event, but it's fine. I own both versions. But like the David Fincher adaptation is really good, and then the original Swedish one is also very good. So gotten 2 good adaptations out of that. One day I will watch
But would you say The Thing is probably your actual favorite?
well, like by proxy of it being my favorite movie, yes. But the interesting thing about Who Goes There is how much
Different it is.
different and the same, because like there are things like the first half of The Thing from Another World, the original movie, is pretty damn close to Who Goes There until it's a big carrot monster instead of a shape-shifting monster.
Carrot monster.
It's like,
It's
oh
a
yeah,
veg-
it's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable. He's reproducing. He's gonna take over the world. It's like they dug this thing out of the ice. It's a big fucking monster. Because they obviously couldn't do like the shape-shifting thing back in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
They totally could have, because you just get the same actors.
I guess. Well, yeah, like you could have done a thing, so to speak, but like it's interesting what stuff each adaptation kind of took and adapted, and what they kind of left on the table. Because like in the novella, the alien wasn't building another spaceship; it was building like a anti-gravity jetpack to take itself
Somewhere else.
Yeah. So like it's little things like that.
It was more of a straight up invasion film.
Yes.
Or book, I mean.
Yeah, for sure. A little more on the sinister side, as it were.
That radio drama you sent me too was like A+.
Oh, 100%. The voice
And
acting's
that
really
was
good.
completely different from the novelization. Which is again like that story has been told and retold so many different ways.
Yep.
And there are so many different ways that you could tell it.
100%. Which is why I'm not 100% against doing a new adaptation, but also
you're worried, especially in the resurgence nowadays, that they're just going to try and ape off of what John Carpenter did,
100%.
as opposed to create their own new thing.
Yeah.
Version of it.
Like, again, if literally if it was me, I would set it in the exact time period that the novel was, and that would immediately separate it.
Yep.
Like,
And redesign the creature, redesign everything.
Yep.
Like,
kind of go for that more pulp magazine sci-fi look for the creature. I think they could be really cool nowadays. But will they do it? Who knows? I'd like to see what they would do, but yeah, who knows?
but do they care?
Do they care? Yeah. How about yourselves? It's cool if it's Lord of the Rings. I wouldn't put it against you.
No, because so like, there's a couple different answers for me too. Because like Lord of the Rings is up there. Ready Player One, I loved. I saw the movie first, then I read the book, and because of that, and how much I loved the movie, it really just felt like different adventures with the same characters, which really
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
and it really worked for me, and it made me like the characters. Whereas I think if I would have read the book first, I would have hated the characters. I would have been like, oh man, these guys are just a bunch of annoying nerds. I don't want to read about them.
Oh, nerds.
And like,
Oh,
and
nerd.
and the movie really humanized them rather than being like, actually, I'm gonna correct you, kind of guys, right? Like,
Oh, those actually.
yeah, like, and that was like that's what I really liked about that. The Exorcist novelization is amazing and really helped me like understand the movie a bit more.
Well, not specifically the novel, not the novelization.
Yeah,
You said novelization.
I know.
It's not a novelization.
That's fine.
It's
A couple is in two.
is it fair enough.
Jerk.
Anyway,
Oh, we're
please
back to this
continue.
again.
Yeah,
But
it's Ready Player One. You.
Ready Player One and The Exorcist. Oh, The Invisible Man though, and The Time Machine.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I really like, and like there's gonna just be more because I'm planning to read more. I
Yes.
like reading,
Yeah, man.
although I cheat because I audiobook it.
Whatever
It's
works,
not really
man.
cheating. It just gives you like
Different
I
way
use
to
a lot of audiobooks too.
Look, guys, my eyes are funny, so I gotta use my ears.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
I use it a lot just because it gives me time to actually like listen to the book. Because a lot of the time it's like, oh, if I have to like look at like if I'm looking after Max or I'm driving around the city doing pickups, like I can't drive around with this book.
I mean, you could, but you'd
You know
probably
what I
get
mean?
pulled over.
Like trying to read a book. So like just if you're really busy, audiobooks are a great option.
100%. How about yourself, Matt?
And scientifically, it shows it's the same retention level.
The only way to improve on the retention level is to read along as you're listening to it.
Yeah. So apparently it works the same way. For myself,
Jurassic Park.
well, here's the thing, like, because a lot of the books I read don't really have movies, and a lot of the movies I watch don't really have books. Well, that's not true, actually. A lot of the movies I watch have books. I just haven't read a lot of them.
Do you want to read those ones?
No.
Oh.
Sometimes
Frankenstein,
sometimes.
Dracula.
Here, like, okay, so yeah, like I got a couple answers too. Like, I read the first Lord of the Rings, and I thought that was a good adaptation. I thought they got rid of some things that they didn't necessarily need to have in there, because there's like a lot of the journey. Especially,
Well,
like,
where's
after
Tom Bombadil?
Yeah, exactly. Or
Who
like,
cares?
Right after they start their like adventure and journey, or like the amount of time that passes between when Gandalf left and come back. It's like, thank God they just didn't like really expand that, right? Like there's a lot of things and a lot of characters and a lot of space and time that they got rid of that I thought was good. So I thought that's a good adaptation. Jurassic Park, I did think it was a good adaptation of the book. It got rid of characters that were unnecessary for a film. It brought the story so it could fit into the timeline of a film in a very good way, just by getting rid of characters. There's a lot of events that happen with dinosaurs and the characters that are not in the film at all.
Well,
which is
and
really...
Spielberg is really good at adapting things. He's got a good sensibility for story and what's going to make it work.
Yeah. Like, and it is a great adaptation from events to characters, like trimming down and like changing who the characters are and what roles they play in the story. I thought that was really good. Like Ellie Sattler, in the book, there's like for a long time she does like nothing. Nothing. There's like it's actually the lawyer who does a lot of the things that Ellie Sattler does in the film.
Yeah.
And a couple other characters. Like, they got rid of like so many characters and what characters do, and like changed like who died, who lived, like, and it just makes way more sense for the film. And again, I talked about the ending too. The ending of the book is I found it very anticlimactic. Given the amount of like tension that's in that book, there's also like 2 T-Rexes as well in that book.
Yeah, a big one and a
2
little one.
Rexes.
And a little one, yeah. That was pretty cool. There's a big one and a smaller one.
Well, it really helped add to the tension. And again, I love that it's like,
Yeah.
and it's a smaller T-Rex,
Well, and, like-
but it's still big enough to eat people.
But
Well,
it still
I find
wrecks that...
that-
dude who ditched them, like ditched them in the car. And no, like, so I thought that was quite good. And again, I said like the end was anticlimactic in the book. Like, especially the level of tension that's in the book, they do such a good job at that. So for the end to be like, we're spying and watching velociraptors, how interesting. It's like, this isn't really interesting because I want to see more people get eaten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they got everything pretty much secured at that point. So it's just them going out, and it like no one's life really feels at risk very much. Like,
Yeah.
it seems very anticlimactic. Then they're like, "Hey, get in this helicopter. We're gonna blow the shit out of this place." And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. So anyway, like, for an adaptation, like the actual practice of taking something from one medium to another, it was very, very well done. Another one that I like is not a film, but it's a TV series on Netflix, The Last Kingdom. It's one of those Viking ones.
Oh, I didn't know that in a book.
And yeah, it started as a book series. I'm on book 6.
Oh, shit.
I've been reading them for the last this year for sure. Started a little bit into last year. They're actually like my shoveling books. Anytime I had to go outside and do a shitload of shoveling this year, I would listen to that in audiobook form. And they're great. Like, again, it feels like you recognize the characters. There's events that are different. Like, especially like the first book. Like, they cut like probably, I'd say like 75% of the book out. Like, there's a whole period in the first book where he's actually like the character's growing up, but that's not in the TV series at all.
Yeah.
And it didn't need to be. You understood, like, they're like, here's the problem, here's the goal, here's the focus, right? So it didn't even need to be in there. But yeah, it's actually a great adaptation too. And I actually find the books more interesting on that one. Like, the show is really good, and I like the show, and a new season just came out, but the books are very solid. What I would like to see adapted, though, is Devolution, right? Like, you talked about
yes.
Oh, yeah,
World War
like,
Z,
absolutely.
and that was like, but like,
As we've discussed
Devolution,
before,
if
yeah.
they adapted, like, if you really adapted that and did it well, like,
I think a
shit.
limited series would be
Yeah.
the best way to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like-
the level of tension you could bring into that, oh,
Well, like, do
But
it.
it's also,
would be good.
at the same breath, it's also one I would like to see not adapted because of how good it is.
because the book is so good.
Yeah,
I,
like
I
it's...
get what you're saying. Yeah, I would just really, I want to see people get wrecked by Bigfoot, man.
Right? Like,
how
just
some
do
of
like
those
a
big
people die,
feet.
It's like, holy damn.
like just do like the proper, like, give like a decent budget, like, Bigfoot, like, survival mini series, like, part mockumentary type thing would be so good.
Yeah. And like and like there's a lot of aspects that add to it, like the isolation, like the no power, like not having any tools to actually do anything.
Just what they had to do to survive.
And you could
like,
cast Nathan
Exactly.
Fillion and Judy Greer.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a really, really good book.
100%,
Oh, I agree.
man. Love it.
All right.
Right.
But yeah, that'd be my picks.
I like it.
So, Matt, where can the good people find you?
You can find me right here.
Hi, Matt.
Hi guys. No, yeah, that's pretty much it. I got a couple things going on, but
The brewing.
I'm having a hard time finding time to balance everything. So
Life is
just
crazy, man. We feel that.
100%.
I'm just right here.
Hey,
Sounds good, man.
I'll try and make some more videos for this channel too.
For sure, man.
We'll see.
When you can, 100%. You can find, or can people find you, Ethan?
you can find me on Instagram at Ethan R. Hill. You can find me on YouTube at Ethan R. Hill. And you can find mine and Jesse's feature film Damned Rights on realhouse.org. You can rent it, you can buy it, you can download it, you can stream it. So go check that out. And
Yeah.
Mr. Prosser, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at thatjprosser. You can find my YouTube channel, Jesse Prosser, and same thing with the movie that Ethan said.
Same thing.
Yes.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh yeah, I guess that's the end of an episode of A Feast of Films.
is the
you
end
just
of an
really
episode.
rammed into that ending.
Get the hell out of
See
here.
you guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, let's end with a censor.
Penis.
Okay, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Look
or
out,
day.
it's a titty. Watch out for the kids.
Oh no.
Save the children.